Hello guys, how are you? I hope everything goes well. For our today's session, I'm going to explain the parameters and the rules for this first model, okay? Taking into account the grammar, so the content you're going to study, as well as the activities you're going to focus on during this process. Bienvenidos a todos ustedes, chicos, a este nuevo nivel de inglés técnico 1. Hoy vamos a ver los parámetros, las reglas y las actividades que ustedes deben tener en cuenta para la entrega de este primer módulo, ¿ok? So be very aware according to all the details we are going to focus on. So right here, you're going to see all the details. So first of all, something very important to take into account is that you remember my name in case you need something, in case when you're going to write an email for me. So here we have July the 7th, which is today, right? So we have our first video class for today's session. So right here, you can see right there in VirtualNet, you're going to see in the part of Guía Didáctica, ustedes se dirigen en Activities Schedule o cronograma de actividades y van a encontrar acá el cronograma establecido para este curso. Recordemos que solo nos vamos a enfocar en el módulo 1, so we just are going to focus just on the first model, which is called At the Storehouse. So we're going to focus on present continuous, the future going to, and there is and there are. So for this part, we are going to see our forum, which is according to what are they doing, and the homework or the task, which is related to planning and inventory, okay? Right there, you're going to focus on those two activities as you are going to send them to me for like those dates. So the first one, what are they doing? It's going to be available from July the 4th until July 11th, right? From 8 a.m. to 7:59 a.m. It is not p.m. And the second activity, which is planning an inventory from July the 11th, 8 a.m. until July 18th from until 7:59 a.m. Okay, don't forget those two activities. So for the first one, it's going to be graded below the 15% and the second one the 20%. So according to the grammar content, you're going to study is regarding to present continuous, future going to, and there is and there are. Okay, perfect. Entonces, para que lo tengan muy en cuenta, dentro del módulo 1, esas son las fechas que ustedes van a disponer para realizar las actividades. Recuerden que en caso de alguna eventualidad, ustedes pueden comunicarse conmigo enviando un email si no pudieron elaborar dicha tarea dentro de los términos establecidos y las fechas que tenemos acá. Sin embargo, no se puede pasar en los 5 días hábiles, pero ustedes deben informar una vez haya pasado alguna circunstancia para que se pueda hacer como tal dentro de la plataforma el cambio pertinente para la fecha correspondiente. Okay, don't forget. So here we have a company's growth, prepositions of place, past simple, which are the topics according to the second model. So we have our homework. Our video class is going to be on July the 18th, 10 a.m. And for the third model, we have August 1st for 10 a.m. Okay, right here. So have the company for instructions manual from August 1st until August 8th, and modal verbs and would like are going to be the topics we're going to focus on. So right here we have our glossary. So the glossary we have right here, it's going to be about, well, like different words that you are going to focus on. Entonces, cada semana ustedes van a ver acá en el boletín diversas palabras que son 10 en total, con las cuales ustedes tienen que elaborar un cuadro y allí incluir una información que se los voy a explicar más adelante en detalle. So here when you say, okay, welcome, then you have And right here, glossary first week. Recordemos que para cada uno de los glosarios ustedes tienen 8 días para trabajar en ello, es decir, que la fecha de entrega de ese primer glosario va a ser el próximo miércoles, ¿ok? So right here, then we have. Okay, what are the conditions and what are the criteria according to the evaluation? So first of all, the glossary, as you know, is an activity that you're going to send every single week. In total, you're going to do or to make 5 glossaries. Also, you're going to include 10 words per each sent, right? And this one, each of them are going to be evaluated below 1, but in total there are going to be 5. Recordemos que como son 5 glosarios, al final del curso se va a hacer la sumatoria de estos 5 y se les dará una nota definitiva para la nota del glosario. Esta actividad no tiene extensión de plazos, es la única que no se admite ninguna fecha extemporánea de entrega. El glosario es acumulativo, las palabras van a ser publicadas semanalmente, como lo vimos anteriormente, dentro del boletín de inicio. Y el glosario ustedes van a entregarlo en una aplicación que se llama Evernote. Okay, you're going to go to this app and then you're going to elaborate the chart. Once when you have it, you're going to send. Don't do like this activity in Word, Excel, or another chart in another app. Just be focused on this Evernote. Ok. ¿Cómo ustedes van a ingresar a Evernote? En esa aplicación lo que van a hacer es lo siguiente. Van a acceder a la cuenta evernote.com, van a crear una nota. Luego que creen dicha nota van a encontrar las palabras de la semana en el boletín de inicio. Van a consultar en diferentes diccionarios el significado de esta palabra y la van a poner dentro de contexto. Es decir, recuerden que cada una de las palabras, algunas de ellas tienen diversos significados, por eso es importante ponerlas en contexto. Pueden dirigirse a wordreference.com right there. Yes? And when you have right here, when you have it, you're going to listen how you pronounce this word. And later, you're going to start working with the following items: the word, the function, the pronunciation of the word, the translation, and the example. How you are going to include this word into the sentence and what's the meaning according to this sentence. All right. So, van a compartir la dirección del enlace a través de la pestaña compartir en Evernote y pegan esta dirección dentro de la tarea correspondiente de la semana. Ok, recuerden que es muy importante que ustedes cuando vayan a hacer la copia como tal del enlace no lo hagan desde la parte superior, sino en la parte derecha. Cuando ustedes lo hacen más o menos dentro de esta parte de la página, van a encontrar allí que dice Evernote. So right here, then we have create a note, which is our first step. The second one, give a title, so glossary number 1, for example. Then you are going to click on here to insert different, like a chart, right, with different lines and columns. Later, you're going to click on here, compartir enlace, where once you have it right here, you are going to copy and paste and send it to me through glossary, so the first week. Okay. Model 1, grammar topics. So we have present continuous, future tense, going to, there is and there are, and the tasks are going to be a flow chart and the quiz number 1, or the first quiz. Okay. Right here, then we have those topics, so you're going to focus on them. You're going to do like different exercises. Right here, okay, topic, present continuous, what are you doing? Structure, verb to be plus verb with ing. For this verb, we have design. As you can see right there, so we have like different verbs, different actions that we're going to focus on. So recordemos acá en esta parte, el presente continuo, nosotros lo utilizamos para hablar de acciones que estamos haciendo durante el momento. So actions that we are doing at the moment that we are speaking. So in this board, Generalmente, la red gramatical nos dice que en el caso de la pregunta nosotros tenemos un W question, then we have the verb to be conjugated depends of the subject plus verb with ing, right? Plus the complement. So what are you doing now? I am designing a new product. In this part, in this regard, you're focusing on action that you are doing at the moment, right? So this now is a keyword in this context. So then we have the subject verb to be plus the verb with ing and the complement. Okay, so this one is going to be do is the original verb, so it's a typical word or is the most common way to use this present continuous verb. But if we have the verb sit, like the double, we are going to double consonant. So how we can double this verb? We are going to write what or the W question plus or, in this case the verb to be, plus the subject plus doing, which is the verb followed by ing, and the complement. What are they doing at the moment? ¿Qué cambios a diferencia de la primera pregunta? En este caso tenemos el mismo verbo, tenemos el are porque estamos hablando de ellos, en el caso anterior you, pero entonces la manera correcta de conjugar el verbo to be con la persona de la cual estamos hablando. So then we have what are they doing at the moment, and they are sitting right there. Yes, is the correct way to say that. So let's continue. What are they doing? Drive, drop. What is he doing right now? Okay, he's driving a truck, for example, yes, which is the example we have right here. So what we have, or what are the differences according to this part? So first of all, we have the verb to be right here, and later on we have doing, which is the original verb we have used during these examples. He's driving a truck, okay, there is going to be. Recordemos que podemos utilizar la contracción, generalmente lo hacemos cuando nosotros estamos hablando. De manera escrita, que es un poco más formal, debemos generalmente describir la palabra completa. En este caso diríamos, he is driving a truck instead of say his. Or just this one, which is the shorter way, so we can use it at the moment we are speaking. What are you doing? Okay. So with this sentence, you can tell me, teacher, I'm working, I'm studying, I'm doing different things. Yes, it depends according to the activities that you are doing at the moment. So right here, I want to invite you to participate. So there is no party right here in this video class, but what is going to be very important. So as you are not connected right now, you are going to think about different actions you do at the moment you're going to see this video class. And then you can think about what kind of sentences you can tell me according to this topic. So here we have. Entonces tenemos, what are they doing? So objectives and inventory plan. We have like 4 activities: customer satisfaction, forecasting needs, controlling costs, and successful storage. Those are the 4 objectives according to inventory planning. But if we are focusing on so the actions that you are doing at the moment, you can tell me, okay, I am working, I am doing or making a report, yes, I am driving, or whatever action. In this case, we have he's counting the products, he's interviewing customer satisfaction related to the merchandise. Okay, there are 2 examples. For the first one, we have the verb to be plus verb followed by ing, and for the second one, there is going to be pretty much the same. If we have here you, another person, we're going to conjugate it with are. It depends according to the subject we had at the very beginning of the sentence. Okay. So functions, actions happening now. actions in progress, not now, and actions in the immediate future. Recordemos que ese uso del presente continuo tiene como tal varias funciones. Y como les estaba mencionando anteriormente, generalmente hace relación a dichas acciones que nosotros estamos haciendo en el momento. So actions happening now. It is raining. We need umbrellas. Yes, that is going to be the purpose of this part. Actions in progress, not now. We are changing our house paint. Actions in the immediate future. Chloe is traveling to London on Friday morning. So for those like three actions right there in the first one, you are talking about at the moment you are speaking, right? But in the second one is a little bit different. ¿Cuál es la diferencia entre la primera y la segunda? En esta hacemos referencia a acciones que están ocurriendo en el momento, mientras en la segunda estamos hablando de acciones que están en progreso. No es ahora, pero pues tienen un tiempo determinado en el cual nosotros estamos elaborando un proyecto o en este caso estamos cambiando la pintura de nuestra casa. Tal vez no ahora, pero hemos venido trabajando durante esta semana en dicha acción. Por eso podemos utilizar el presente progresivo o continuo. Acciones en el futuro inmediato. Chloe is traveling to London on Friday morning. Cuando nos referimos a una acción que va a ocurrir muy pronto, vamos a utilizar también el presente continuo y nos estamos refiriendo a this person is going to do an action later on, yeah, but it's in an immediate future, okay? Spelling rules. Entonces tengamos en cuenta que cuando tenemos load, en este caso, que la mayoría de verbos que nosotros tenemos dentro de nuestra lista, vamos a agregarle solamente una ing para hacer este verbo como presente continuo. En el caso de plain, just add ing, change it. When we have a verb that finishes in e, we're going to change by ing. And for in the case of when we have only one syllable where we have consonant, vowel plus consonant, we are going to double the last consonant and add ing. Those are the rules that we are going to take into account at the moment we're going to make those sentences using those verbs in present continuous. Future tense going to. This one is a little bit like similar in some way, but there are some differences when you talk about it. So talking about the future, to use going to, we follow the scheme below. Add negative and interrogative, affirmative sentences. Entonces, teniendo en cuenta ya las aplicaciones del presente continuo, que sabemos que las utilizamos con tres intenciones, ahora vamos a pasar a ver el going to como futuro, okay? That is going to be like the three objective that we're going to focus on. When we use going to, so we used to talk about the future where is uncertainty or maybe not. Or there are some plans that we can make before arranged. So she's going to study for her exam. Is a plan, is an action that she is going to do later. En la forma afirmativa, nosotros vemos acá, en la forma gramatical que tenemos el sujeto, el verbo to be, going to, el verbo en infinitivo, es decir, un verbo que siempre se mantiene de la misma manera en presente y no se conjuga. Y el complemento. Algo muy importante es que el going siempre va a ir seguido del to. No lo podemos dejar solo, no, we are just going to make those two words linked every single time. So she's going to study for her exam. She isn't or is not going to play computer games. And is she going to get good marks? For the first one and the second one, yes. For the first, like this part is going to be focused on like the contraction right here, verb to be, like going to verb with infinite. Isn't or is not going to play right here. And for the question, we are going just to mix it and combine. So first of all, then we have verb to be plus subject plus going to and the complement. Of course, is she going to get good marks? That is going to be the idea according to those examples. Perfect. Practice for the first one, write in the chat going to. Yeah, there is going to be pretty much in this one. So we have the following verbs. Go, watch, cook, and travel. Ok. Ahora vamos a practicar. Ustedes me van a decir qué tipo de oraciones podemos hacer teniendo en cuenta dichos verbos, las imágenes que vemos allí y haciendo uso del going to. So I'm going to wait for you. If you want to participate, you are right here. I'm going to go right there, but there are no spectators, so okay, guys. So here for the first one, what can you say according to it for the first? He's going to work, okay. He's going to the bank, and there are different possibilities right there, yes. Number two, watch. So suppose that you are referring just to a couple. So they are going to watch a movie. They're going to go to the cinema. All right. Cook. They are going to cook a salad, probably, and travel. He's going to travel to the USA or he's going to travel to Canada or another place. It doesn't matter. So those are the sentences you can construct, you can make using going to and including the verbs we have right here on our screen. Perfect. So, and questions, and now tell me, we can make some questions as well, and we can make negative statements as you can see the difference between those. So, how we can make questions using going to plus travel, for instance. If you are talking about a woman, is she going to travel next week? Ah, yes, she is. Another question, talking about he, go. Is he going to work tomorrow? Yes, he is. What about this picture? Are they going to watch a movie? Yes, they are. And are they going to cook a delicious salad? Yes, they are. Perfect. Okay. Negative statements, we can say that they are not going to cook meat because according to the picture, the ingredients they have are different. We can say that he is not going to have or to stay on vacation because he's going to work, right? They are not going to work because maybe it's a day off, so they are going to watch a movie. Perfect. So there is and there are, then we have like this chart, and according to it, we are going to see this one. Okay, entonces como ya terminamos la explicación del going to, recordemos que utilizamos este tiempo gramatical cuando vamos a hablar de acciones en futuro. Ahora vamos a continuar con el uso del there is and there are. So then we have positive, negative, and yes, no questions and short answers. Okay, this one is a grammar explanation, so you can go to this web page. You can see more examples as well. But also it's important that you just see how you can use it. So perfect. For the positive statements, as we have right here, we are going to use there is a table and there are two desks. Negative, there isn't a table and there aren't any desks. And yes, no questions. Yes, there are. Is there a table and are there any desks? And short answers. Yes, there is. No, there isn't. Yes, there are. No, there aren't. This one is a contraction, but we can use the longer way to say that. No, they are not, or no, there is not. It depends according to the person is speaking or the intention you have. Entonces recordemos que la forma positiva para singular es there is, a diferencia del there are, que es plural. En español, si nos damos cuenta, decimos hay tanto para singular como plural. Hay una mesa o hay dos escritorios. Pero en este caso sí hay una diferencia gramatical fundamental para hacer nuestros respectivos enunciados. So there is a table Recordemos que en inglés cuando estamos hablando de cosas contables y nos referimos a una oración que es singular, tenemos que colocar el a o el an dependiendo de la primera letra que nosotros tenemos en la palabra que le sigue a esa. En este caso, como tenemos una consonante, vamos a colocar a. There is a table. But in the case we have elephant, which is a vowel sound, we're going to put an. There is an elephant. It's going to be the correct way. There are two desks, all right? So right here, porque esta suena un poco diferente al final. Dado que es plural, siempre que estamos nosotros pronunciando una palabra que termina en S, vamos a hacer, o vamos a colocar esa S un poco más alargada al final de la palabra. So, desks, right? And over here, for the negative, singular, there is not or there isn't a contraction. There aren't or there are not any desks. All right. Este any hace referencia a ninguno, no hay ninguno o no hay escritorios. Ese any es para reforzar que es una oración en la cual nosotros estamos negando dicha acción. Right here we have yes, no questions. Para las preguntas, vamos a tener en cuenta que primero colocamos el verbo to be, luego there y luego el complemento. So, is there a table? Are there any desks? Alright, este any lo podemos utilizar tanto para las preguntas como para las oraciones negativas. Short answers, yes there is, no there isn't, yes they are, there are, no there are. Oh, las actividades que se van a evaluar dentro de su primer módulo comprenden la siguiente explicación. Entonces, ustedes en la primera actividad, what are they doing? Se van a enfocar en el presente continuo, que fue el primer tema gramatical que estuvimos viendo. ¿Cuál es la idea o cuál es el contenido de esa tarea? Report an inventory process. Van a reportar un proceso de inventario. Y las instrucciones para esta actividad son las siguientes. What are they doing? Dado que es un foro, ustedes van a publicar una imagen por cada uno de los enunciados que van a construir. So first of all, you are going to publish different images, or you are going to make sure that those are going to be linked into the platform, of course. Later, you're going to write some sentences using, like talking about the same images using present continuous. Como ustedes están hablando sobre el reporte del proceso de inventario, entonces van a tener en cuenta varias imágenes y de acuerdo a estas, van a construir por cada una de ellas una oración utilizando el presente continuo. For example, in most places, what can you say this person is doing? Okay, so then we have like moving is walking, moving is looking at one person or looking at some objects. Moving is looking for someone, right? Reglas básicas. Entonces, toda actividad cierra a las 7:59 am del día señalado, luego se cuenta como entrega espontánea o no se recibe. Recuerden que el glosario tiene una fecha única de entrega. Cuando ustedes hagan una entrega extemporánea de alguna actividad, eso se va a calificar sobre 4. Van a dedicar tiempo al estudio y la idea es que ustedes puedan revisar las videoclases, todo el material que encuentran allí dentro del material de estudio, que tiene contenido importante gramatical para que ustedes se apoyen, consulten dicho material complementario y puedan tener en cuenta también las rúbricas de evaluación que se tienen para calificar cada una de las actividades. Important. So, las actividades de las cuales se obtiene bajo rendimiento pueden ser presentadas una vez más. La segunda entrega será calificada sobre 4. Autoría propia de cada trabajo presentado, esas faltas tendrán una calificación del 6.0. Recuerden que si ustedes hacen alguna copia de algún ejemplo, en el caso del glosario, cuando están incluyendo alguna palabra dentro de una oración. Entonces, esta nota va a quedar en 0. U otro tipo de actividad donde ustedes tomen de una página web o de algún ejemplo dado anteriormente dicha información. So, here then we have present continuous, as I was talking before, and planning an inventory. This one is going to be our second activity. Esa es la segunda actividad. Ustedes van a planear un inventario. En esta medida van a utilizar el going to, there is, and there are. When we can use those two topics. For going to and there is and there are, you're going to check like the grammar components according to this part. You're going to use Powtoon to create this video, recreating a meeting, planning an organization for like a new place. You're going to include the text and also your voice. How many sentences you're going to write? 5 sentences with going to and 5 sentences with there is and there are. Recordemos que para esta actividad deben haber 10 oraciones en total, 5 utilizando el going to, 5 con there is y there are. Ok. ¿Qué herramienta van a utilizar? Powtoon para crear el video. Perfecto. Ok. Guys, there is the explanation. Thank you so much for your time. I really hope that you find this video class interesting for you. If you have any questions, don't forget to contact me to this my institutional email, or you can just call me right here. Recuerden escribir por la plataforma cualquier inquietud que ustedes tengan. Les voy a mostrar finalmente, para que una vez ustedes accedan a VirtualNet, el lugar donde ustedes van a encontrar como tal las actividades. Entonces, una vez se dirijan allí, dentro de la plataforma, van a encontrar las dos actividades de entrega para este primer módulo y el glosario. Entonces, tenemos acá Inglés técnico, vamos a dirigirnos a contenidos de la asignatura, primer módulo, actividades evaluables. What are they doing at the storehouse? As I explained before, right here, okay? Date July 4 until July the 11th, right? Okay. Recuerden que para ese uso del presente continuo, acá tienen que entregar 10 oraciones. So, and include the vocabulary needed according to the vocabulary are going to publish today or post today. So, create a presentation in www.powtoon.com and post some images. This one is going to be our first activity. And the second one, planning an inventory. It is going to be the first model, 5 sentences using going to, and 5 sentences using there is and there are. Those are the activities that you have to send them to me. Any question, any doubt, don't forget to contact me. My name is Ángela Garzón. Recuerden que dentro de estas tareas ustedes van a encontrar el nombre del docente Julián Uni. Sin embargo, la apertura para cada una de ellas, cualquier inquietud que ustedes tengan, la van a hacer para mí, Ángela Garzón. Okay? Don't forget to contact me in any case you have any doubt. So have a great day, guys, and we see you later.